Welcome everyone to another episode of Role Playing Guys. This is Spencer. Happy to be here for a quick intro. This is the 8th episode of our Season 8 of our exploration of the game Deadlands. In this episode, questions are finally asked as the voice of reason, that is to say Drewseph, steps in to calm things down. Anyway, as a reminder, we love hearing game suggestions from our listeners, and we love getting indie games from game developers. If you have a game that you have made or you want to hear a specific TTRPG in a podcast, please let us know. We'll do our best to put that in our ever-growing list of games to test and review. If you're looking for ways to support the indie game developer community, we have some recommendations of games that we have already tested and played. We encourage you to check out the game The Flying Circus, The Cool and Lonely Courage Power, and Pursuited or Elfinfolk. We have recordings of us playing these episodes that we have already posted, so you can check out those episodes and see if any of these games strike your fancy. You can purchase these games on DriveThruRPG or itch.io. As we continue our journey to review and discuss more games, we invite you to tell others you know about the show and rate and subscribe to it as well. And if you have convinced somebody to check out the show, let us know. We'd love to hear from you. Thank you so much to our patrons over on Patreon, Bradfield, Steven, and Sargana. You are the salt to our snow. Without you, the roads to our TPRPGs would be frozen forever. Additionally, please continue to listen to the guidance of the experts regarding the pandemic of COVID-19, this serious virus affecting a lot of people. And it seems that as we finally get some good news of vaccine authorizations in countries, we also get bad news of new variants of the virus. However, if you continue to listen to the guidance of the CDC and the WHO, you can help reduce the chances of spread by wearing a face mask, washing your hands, not touching your face, and social distancing. With these easy tips, you can actually save lives. That's all I have. Let's get to the episode.
Here we go! Yippee-ki-yay, mothers!
Oh, yeah, that's me. You need to stop whacking things over. Okay. Welcome, everyone, to another exciting episode of Role Playing Guys. We're playing Deadlands this season. I'm Rebecca. I'm the marshal running the show. And with me are Tyler.
That's me. I'm playing Doc.
And Nick.
I'm playing as Aaron. Gosh dang it, I forgot him. Aaron Cox. Yep.
Aaron Cox.
That's the one.
The one and only.
Forgot his last name for a second. Yeah, I'm Nick. I'm playing Aaron Cox.
Nick thinks he knows who he's playing. And then we've got Spencer.
Drewseph Bird at your service.
He knows too well what he's playing.
We've spoken in the past that a lot of the time we just slip into characters who are ourselves. I really hope that this is not actually who I am, because that would be a very unfortunate friendship that you guys would be saddled with.
Alright, and Nick, if you want to give us our recap.
Yeah, so
let's be honest, we'd all run from combat, so we're all
we see a bunch of werewolf chupacabra mixes. We'd all hightail.
I'm like, nope, bye. My friend's behind me.
I wouldn't have been in the situation that would have gotten me there in the first place.
There we go.
Not adventurous enough.
Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, last time we were following the trail to find, the missing girl and everything. We figured this was and the sheriff went with us as well. We figured this was a good lead to kind of like, to wherever a lot of the town's problems are. We ended up at a house with a barn, and it was dusk and it was all spooky and everything. The lights were not on in the house at all, if I recall, and I don't think there really were any lights in the barn either.
I don't remember either.
I think we did hear some sounds though.
It was a full moon though.
There was a full moon, yes, because of course there was. And Drewseph, after some argument and stuff about what to do next, Drewseph ended up just making his way towards the house, while the rest of us went to the barn because we heard a noise there, like some kind of a scream or something. And so the sheriff busted down the barn doors, and we saw a group of people from town. And there's this woman who is going to stick, who is kind of like bringing a knife close to the captured girl. And the woman was saying something along the lines of, "You can't have this," or whatever. We don't know exactly why. We don't know exactly what sort of ritual or whatever these people were doing there, or why they referred to the girl as this or something. Something weird is going on, but they were immediately hostile.
What, you're just figuring that out now?
Oh no, I mean, the reason why we didn't talk about that very much last time was that they were immediately hostile. We went into a firefight pretty much
Correction,
Right
the sheriff busted down the door and started shooting.
Yes.
The sheriff came in hostile. It was not necessarily.
I knew. Oh, okay. I knew the sheriff had
civilians.
busted on the door. I thought one of
Y'all
them
were
had fired
taking
the
too
first
long
shot.
talking.
Well, the sheriff
so-
did just talk with them slightly, but the people seemed very aggressive, didn't they?
No, he didn't. She didn't. Sheriff didn't say a thing. She just busted in the door and shot a guy.
Right.
I thought
That's what happened. Listen
Yeah,
to the
that's-
episode.
yeah,
She did
I
not
guess that's
ask any questions. She just said, "Okay, we're
I
acting.
think we did.
This
I
is
think we
this
did
is the way to
determine that we wanted to
de-escalate."
take one of them prisoner later on when there isn't as much of a threat. The girl though that was captured, I believe, has been I think she's dead.
She was
Yeah.
killed.
I think she did.
Yeah,
get
she
killed.
was shot in the back with a shotgun from point blank. That did 60. That did
It did fatal
7
damage.
wounds worth of damage.
Yeah.
None of us could have
Yeah.
survived that.
And we had just finished the first round of combat. Drewseph was actually starting to make his way back to the barn, and we were about to start the second round of combat now, which means
Oh, I
Time
gotta
to-
get the.
yeah,
Yeah,
get,
get
get
that
out
dice.
the card application thing. Rebecca,
Do
Do you
Gotta
guys
roll.
want to do the? Do you guys want to do the cards while I'm doing that?
Oh, you mean the token thing?
Yeah, we get
Chippies.
The
we
fate
get new
chips?
chippies.
So I only get one because I have 9 right now. I get another white one, as is expected.
All right, there you go, you little prepuses.
Quiet down, you
Red
little
and a
peener.
white.
Did we already draw cards for the combat? I think we did.
I don't
'cause
think we
have
did.
two
Nope.
I
cards.
don't
Not for
think
this
we
We are
round.
in the second round.
Not for this round, no.
We are in the second round. We ended the last round at the end of the last
Yeah.
episode.
I
Okay,
should
then I don't know
probably-
why I have these cards in my hand then, so I'm gonna.
You might have not put them back.
Spence, you got another blue one
Wow,
and
big roller. here.
another blue one.
Daddy's going to be the hero whether you like it or not.
I don't think he will. He'll probably win.
Tyler, do you need 3 more, or how many do you need?
Give me 3 red chips, please.
Why don't you want blue chips? Red chips give the marshal something else. So you got 1 red chip
Yeah. Okay.
and a white chip,
A white, red, white, and 1 blue, maybe.
a white chip.
Oh.
Yeah, 2 whites and a red
Nick.
this time.
Nick, come
And
on,
I
man.
only drew
Come
1
on,
because
man.
And I already drew my 1 and I got a white chip. So I have 6 white chips and 4 red
Hey.
chips. That's
I'm
your
dropping my dice.
All right. Well, I am at 4 white, 3 red, and 0 blue.
Ow!
I'm not
It's
going
a
to say what
death
I'm at because I like the mystery and just to...
I'm just trying to hurt myself as much as possible tonight.
Anyway, yeah, so we're all doing a quickness check, if I'm not mistaken.
Ow.
All right, here we go, my
We
boys.
need to get a 5. Ooh, look at that. I got 6 and a 6 and a 2. So I got 14.
Wait,
That's
what? Oh, gotcha.
for quickness. That's 2 raises, if I'm not mistaken.
Apparently,
One race.
That's 1 raise. Thank you.
apparently, I can only do the podcast if
1,
I'm tired
2,
or in pain.
3.
I only got 5.
Didn't draw great.
My highest one was a 3, so...
So I just get 1 card.
13.
I re-
So that-
No, you should get 2
3, right?
cards, Ty.
Oh, it's just 1 on
Because-
top of 1 on
13
the
is
other
3?
one. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you get a base one
That
and then
hurt.
one.
Sure.
Oh yeah, those are some sweet cards. Oh boy.
Okay, that has to be my last ace. There's no way I have another one.
She
Got
has all
another
4
ace?
aces.
What is this? Rigged.
That has to be my last one. I feel like. Karen.
Is there how I know there's I think there's 3 people left. I think we downed 1.
2 people have been downed already, yeah.
There's I don't remember who's stunned. I know they're most of them are
So that's
stunned.
18, so that's 4.
There was the teacher and the guy who shot her that wasn't hit at all. And then another one, I think.
Yep.
That was stunned.
One of the brothers, one of the ranch hands, and the teacher. Okay, so let's start with ace.
Got an ace.
I've got an ace too.
Well,
That one's
You can just go
That's
because
big.
I'm actually gonna sleeve my ace. Considering that there was gunshot. Actually, would I be able to tell the difference between? Would I have perceived that the Kenyan girl that we were trying to save was just killed? Would I have seen that through the broken fence?
Yeah.
Yeah? I would know that she was dead? Oh, for sure,
Yep.
then I'm acing. I'm sleeving that, baby.
You would, or at least you would feel very, very confident in assuming she's dead at this point.
Okay, I wasn't sure if I didn't know that she was the person that was killed, and it was just an unknown person, in the sense that, like, if I feel like the guns are close enough that there's not going to be a difference in sound level, like there.
Right.
So it would have to be like me visually seeing that she was the one shot and not somebody else, for me to like not act anymore. Because if
I feel like
Go
you'll
ahead.
be able to see that. We'll give it to you.
Okay, because if I did not perceive that she was the one killed, I would probably still bust down the wall or bust down the panel and try to proceed. But
Actually, let's roll for it.
ooh,
Roll a dice.
what do you want me to roll?
I don't care. Something with an even number of sides.
Okay, my D3 it is.
Oh, you're just leaving it to chance. Okay.
I channeled the. Which is which? I want to know what I'm trying to roll for.
Use the heart of the cards.
Is even
Odds are yes, evens are no.
odds are yes that I perceive it, or odds are
Odds are yes, you know. Evens are no, you do not perceive it.
okay.
So it sounds
Wait,
like
so
you
like a
want
1 in-
odds unless
So
you're
if-
going
1 in
for
3
ignorance.
chance.
Oh yeah, I mean, I would for sure rather stash my card outside of the game. Yeah, I would rather stash my card
Okay,
and use it
cool.
later. Okay,
Wait,
I'm sorry.
come on, baby. That's a 7.
Yes!
then yes,
You're aware, and so you...
you are able to see enough that you feel confident saying that yeah, she's a goner.
Ooh. Yeah, I'm about to do my other action of swinging at this, but I just decide, let's not. Let's see how this shakes. And I sleeve
He's
my
just
card.
gonna watch. He's just gonna watch through the hole in the wall.
Yeah, I'm gonna be a little peeping Tom.
It's just little peepee McPeepee skins.
Yes, a peepee. I'm gonna be a peepee McPeepee skin. That is exactly what I'm gonna be.
Alright.
You're welcome. That's a
So
new
that
phrase
was
for
an
everybody.
ace, right? Wait, no.
That's
You still
No,
do
I
yours.
did
that's
an ace.
technically not even my
You
turn.
have your ace.
Juliet gets to go. Oh no, wait, that's not Juliet. That is Jacob. Oh, I think he has to make his stun roll. So that's the whatever V, right?
a
This is a
D6.
stun check here. This right here.
Or what? Sorry, not a D6. It's the TN of however many wounds they had.
Yes, but you roll vigor, right?
Yeah, it's a vigor check against the stun and recovery table here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
And he is at level -3. So that's heavy or serious? That's serious.
3 is serious.
So it's 9.
So a TN of 9.
8, 9, 10.
-3.
-3 is 7.
7 fails.
Okay, so king, queen.
Nah.
Oh, I got one of those.
I choose special.
I am special. Thank you. She also needs to make a stun check. That's my problem. All my people are stunned.
I mean, I'm not upset with that problem, though.
That did not go well.
That's a good problem to have.
Okay, so Jack, 10. Ooh, I've got a 10.
I think I got a 9.
Can I beat the stun check?
Can she do it?
I'm going with no. No, definitely not.
Yes, good.
9.
This pleases me.
Yeah.
I got a
I
9
have
of
a 9 of
diamonds.
spades.
So spades first, so you go first.
Okay.
I'll go after you.
Hey, this guy's not stunned. He is shooting at you.
And Aaron?
Yeah. So then I make a shooting roll, right?
Mm-hmm.
Make that sweet
You make a shooting
roll.
check, yeah.
Get that above a 5.
Done. I got a 9.
Okay.
Nice.
So
So no raise, but you do hit.
So now hit
Now I
location.
roll a d20. That's a 12.
Which is, I have it up. 12 is arm.
Oh,
So-
we have to roll for right or left, right?
Yeah.
What
C.
do I roll?
It's just even or odd.
Okay.
Really.
That's an even.
Even hit, so the right arm.
Okay. So now I just do my regular damage.
Damage, yeah.
Remind me what's damage for a shotgun? Someone with a shotgun.
I think it's like 6. It depends on the range too. But it's point blank probably, or short range at
It's
least.
short.
Yeah.
If it's touching, it's actually 66. Sorry.
So shotgun
Jeez.
at short range would be 5d6.
Yeah, if it's between 1 and 10 feet, it's 66. Or 5d6, sorry.
Ready for this?
Wheeze.
I did not get any rerolls.
Well, that's
10,
good.
14, 16, 17.
So divided by 6, running down, that's 2.
Okay, so that was my 9.
Okay, I am going to try something fun here. I'm going to use magic called Phantom Fingers. Basically, a huckster often uses hex to cheat at cards or pull an enemy's gun from their holster. Phantom Finger can perform relatively complex manipulations with an object, such as turning a key or firing a gun, but this takes the huckster and causes him 1d4 win per action. So I'm going to try to take the shotgun out of that person's hands.
Which
So
person?
let's see. Yeah, the guy who just shot, I'm going to
Okay.
try to take the shotgun and throw it out of his hands. If I can, I think it's a pair of jacks potentially, but let's see. Hand, ace, pair, jacks, 2 pair. Okay, so it has... So let me do my magic check. I haven't done magic in a while, so here we go. Okay. So basically with magic, you're going to roll your hex slinging ability, and then for every rise above 5, you're going to get another card in your hand, which I rolled a literal poop. So I got a 6, which means I don't get any raises. So I just get 5 cards. Oh, nice. 2 queens. And, 2 pairs. Oh, this is good. So I got a 2, a queen, a 2, an 8, and a queen. So that is a 2 pair, which means I can move something the size and weight of a Gatling gun.
Oh.
So I will draw a card out of my hand. It will kind of burst into flames, and it'll kind of like catch maybe the shotgun on fire with some of this ghostly energy, and then it will just be thrown out of his hands. And then I will take 1d4 wind from that action. So that will be my action, and then I will take 1d4 wind meow, which is a nice 2.
Okay, so...
So that guy has been disarmed.
Okay. So next we've got 8.
I have an 8,
So
except
do I.
you have an 8 of spades, which goes first before my 8
Jeez,
of
you're
hearts.
getting lucky with those spades.
He's
Bye, gun.
gotta roll for his freaking stunned.
I think that was the best magic I've ever done.
Nope.
Okay,
Well, that was easy.
so now it's my turn.
Did they just miss all their stuff, or did they
They
fail
got
their...
their stuff.
I can't unstun my people.
They might as well just surrender.
Surrender.
I'll probably just use a thing to decrease the wounded
Some
level.
wounds, yeah. That's probably a smart idea.
Let's see. So I have a. Alright, so Aaron's turn with the 8 of hearts. Aaron has. So he has a total of 3 wounds, but 2 of them are on his arm and 1 on the head. So his heaviest wound is a heavy wound. So, vigor check. Here we go. I mean, vigor is like the one that is like the highest stat, theoretically, that he has. So let's see. 11 minus 3 is 9. Which is more than the TN, which is 7. He's not stunned.
11
Yeah.
minus 3 is 8. And you said that you had a heavy wound, so wouldn't the TN be... Wouldn't the minus only be 2?
Oh, I thought it subtracted all of your wounds. It's just the most egregious one?
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so in that case, you're right. So it would be 8, but actually I got a 9, which either way, it's more than the TN of 7. So I get to go. And what am I going to do? Well, what else? Let's see. So who are the other...
You're using your turn to get unstunned.
Right.
Sorry.
Your next turn you can do something.
I think this is the first time that I've actually, used stun or something.
It's all good.
So... Well, I'm glad I got three.
I've had to do that for all
cards,
my characters.
So 7, 6. I got 2 6s.
Oh, look at you.
6 of diamonds and 6 of hearts. Which one goes first? Diamond or heart?
Diamonds. No, hearts.
Cool.
You're
Sheriff
the one
goes
with the
first.
6s again. It doesn't matter.
Yeah,
No,
you
it
do
does
both.
matter because they're different characters.
Oh, is one the sheriff and one's the...
Sheriff fails.
Oh.
Next we got Jacob.
Man, everyone's just on the floor withering in pain. It's just
Ooh, 8. 8 plus 6 is 14. 14 minus 3 is 11. He's unstunned. That was his second time being stunned, too.
Okay.
So that's all the 6s, right?
Yep.
Next
we got...
I'm gonna unsleeve my card and jump in here because it sounds like gunshots have kind of stopped at this point. There's been a bit of a ceasefire. And you said last time that it wouldn't be comfortable to make it through the hole, but I'd be able to do that.
Yeah.
And as I'm coming through the hole, I'm gonna say, Stop shooting! What on earth are we doing? Please, just lay down our arms. Everyone, take a moment and breathe deep. Why are we killing each other? What is this? Could I roll a persuasion on that?
Yeah.
You know I'm dropping a blue chip.
Oh, boy.
So that...
Or overall, if you really want to go that far. If you really want to do that.
Okay. So I got a 12 on one of them, so that's an ace, and I'm going to re-roll it, and got a 5, plus I get, since I used a blue chip, I get another roll on that, which was a 3. So 12 plus 5 plus 3 is a 20.
Yeah, you got it. Everyone stops.
Why are you killing a child, first of all? Second of all, Sheriff, why are you shooting citizens? Thirdly, you two blokes, why didn't you think? Why did you just follow the lead of killing citizens? We were called to protect this town. Am I the only one that has his mind of what is an understanding? It feels like I'm listening to this after the fact in an hour-long series, an episodic series of explanations regarding this storyline. It is... Please, why are we fighting?
In my defense, I was using self-defense.
Yeah, that was pretty much what I was going to say, too. I just showed up, and they shot at us, and Sheriff shot, and so it was escalating tensions, and...
It has gotten completely out of hand.
They were trying to kill that girl.
Carol, and then they succeeded.
Yeah.
Yeah,
if you were here, you probably would have stopped them.
We still need to take them into custody. We don't need to... You shot first. You shot first, Sheriff. I've respected you.
Stop them from killing the girl.
I had great respect for you, Sheriff, but now... I would like to make a citizen's arrest of you, and I'd like to make a citizen's arrest of the person who killed Carol, and I'd like to make a citizen's arrest of the person who illegally kidnapped her, because there is a form of legal kidnapping, as we all know. That's why I had to say illegal kidnapping. And you two, I'm going to arrest you, and the other two idiots, one of them who is still on the ground licking his wounds, and the other who can't find his gun.
So Aaron is like clearing his throat there and said, "Nah, I don't disagree with the sentiment. You said citizen's arrest, right?
Yes, indeed.
Are you an American citizen?
You do not need to be a citizen of the United States to make a citizen's
To do a
arrest.
citizen's arrest, I may
Do you
not
pay
be a private.
taxes?
Yes,
I
of
mean,
course.
If you don't
we still
pay taxes, you don't get to.
The payment of taxes is something that everybody can do, and actually, if you think about it, we don't even pay taxes because World War II hasn't happened yet, and FDR hasn't implemented that system.
Wow.
Income taxes
History
is a
lesson.
thing of the future. Only businesses pay it at this point in history, which, as we all know, is the only logical way to pay for anything is to make a business pay for it, as they're depriving us of all our natural resources and the beauty that is the United States. But I digress. We still need to calm the F down. Jeez.
So at first, everyone kind of seemed a little startled by your entrance and, seemed to listen to you simply because they weren't quite sure what to do. The more you're talking about, arresting and stuff, you're kind of starting to lose them a little bit. They're kind of starting to eye each other up again.
Look,
They all shoot you.
look, as a friend of the people, let us all just...
Not my friend, what?
Sure, go ahead and kill yourself. That seems like a great idea. No, we need to just at least understand the situation. What is going on here? Why did Carol need to die? She is a child. Anyone? Perhaps the person who shot her through the back. You might be
And
able
at
to
that
explain.
point, he starts laughing, kind of borderline hysterically, and says,
Well, that ain't so
that thing was no child.
At least where I come from, a person of 13 years is still considered a child.
Oh, you see, you're under the misconception that there was a person and not a monster.
Again,
We're
I go
just
by the
defending
traditional
ourselves.
definition of what a person is, and that is by the perception of what they
You be
look
quiet.
like.
You calling her a monster? You're the monsters here.
I do have to tend to agree with the person that is accusing the other of shooting a child to be a monster. What do you mean she is not a person?
That there is a thing wearing the image of a person. She's bleeding just like a regular person. What are you talking about? Like you don't know. Oh, you.
Yeah, I'm
the
pretty
sheriff
sure
who
that's
said
a
you
human
Miss
being
Landy is
right there.
Like you don't know. What are you implying, you monster? How do we know you're not the monsters? The ones who've been taking everyone.
Who's accusing whom? I'm very confused.
So it sounds like the villagers who kidnapped the girl seem to be under the impression
They're
that the girl
claiming
was-
that the girl
they're claiming that the girl was some
Wasn't-
kind of
Not human.
human.
was not human. Okay.
And the sheriff is saying, no, she was human. You guys are monsters for taking her. And then she's
And
like,
you're probably
well,
behind you're probably the ones behind all these disappearances.
They're accusing the sheriff and by extension us of the disappearances. Is
No,
that right?
the sheriff is saying
The sheriff
you're
is
probably
accusing
the
them.
ones behind the disappearances. You've been kidnapping people
Oh,
and killing
these
them
villagers because they
on
suspect
the impression
people
that they're not human. Like, you're crazy.
A little bit of Cajun justice here. Let us explain what happened as of, 36 hours when the Chupacabra was killed? We have reason to suspect that that is actually the creature that was kidnapping, well, not really kidnapping, just eating your fellow residents of this city, Total Wreck. So, why don't we put a moratorium on the stealing of individuals for 1 week? And if nobody goes missing, we know that it was the Chupacabra that was the one stealing them. How
Which,
about
by
that?
the way, and the sheriff have dealt with.
Yes, in fact, I did kill the Chupacabra. Thank you for asking.
No,
Aaron
that was
just kinda
pretty
like-
sure that was
Everyone at
pretty
this
sure
point
that was the
just
deputy.
looks at you.
Yeah, Aaron is just kind of like staring at Drewseph and just like shaking his head.
At this point, the sheriff's gonna say, "Well, regardless, y'all are under arrest," and whips out the handcuffs or whatever.
Aaron kind of speaks up and said, if you don't mind me asking, now again, Sheriff, you can do your work, but I would like to know what convinced you that this girl was not a person? Like, what evidence did you have? Because I don't see anything from her behavior or her corpse or anything that said that she was anything but human.
Very well said, sir.
They're all, I mean, you've been here and you still haven't figured it out yet?
Everyone,
They're all
Nope.
monsters.
Well, technically, we
And
have
why-
spent most of our time outside of the city limits pursuing the monster. The actual monster that we know existed.
again, what
Everyone left in town is a monster.
then why aren't you destroying yourselves? Like, you all seem convinced that you all are people. What about everyone else?
Yeah, no, everyone else.
Including you.
Well, then how do we know you not the monsters, too?
How do I know that I'm not a monster?
That's
Where did this all start is where I'm asking. Where did
you're
all this accusation
insane,
start?
Miss Landy.
What is the definition of a monster? Why? How are we defining this? I feel completely
Is it a
out of
person?
sorts. I still don't know.
So, I mean, like, obviously, like, you know, evidence or logic. Like, if this is true, like, paranoia, evidence or logic usually doesn't fix this. But yeah, Aaron is basically asking, like, how did this all start then? Where did all the monster hunting come from? Like, how did you start narrowing down who the suspects were?
True.
Even aside from that, why were they suspects to begin with? Why were they considered monsters?
It's true. It's true.
Are we talking skinwalkers here?
Do they have little
out.
tails?
It all started out with. It all started out with the first disappearances. At first, the first few people couldn't find him for like a few hours, and then they turned back up. But something just seemed off. I don't know what, but something was off with them. Eventually, a bunch of us got together and realized that some of the townspeople didn't seem right. And that's when we started to figure out that the disappearances were them being switched out. So we left. You left because... And the sheriff's like, you're insane, all of you.
That's the sheriff talking to them?
Yeah, the sheriff's like, you're insane, all of you. I don't know what happened, but you all got together at some to-do, and you all went crazy. And then started leaving.
It sounds a little culty, if you ask me.
Yeah, I mean, like, now there were, of course, actual monsters that, again, we hunted down and we were able to destroy. And I agree, for once, I take no pleasure in this. I agree for once with Drewseff's suggestion. Take no action for the next, maybe if you're not comfortable with a week, a few days. All right? If.
But that doesn't solve the problem.
Oh, really? And why is that?
Because they're not... That doesn't solve the problem of them not being them.
They do have a point if they are leaving and returning as a creature.
Well, we have no way. Well, we don't.
But then
really have any
how
way
can
of
we even
knowing
believe
who is
this
who.
lady?
But
And you're the ones who...
the issue.
The
I'm
sheriff
sorry, I'm
has
tripping
helped
over
us.
my words.
The
I'm just
sheriff
completely
has
out of
helped
it.
us.
What kind of like
The sheriff has
Crucible of a
saved
witch hunt
us.
is this?
The sheriff has been all but good, and these people just kidnap a child and then shoot her in front of us, how can they not be any type of monster? What kind of sane person would do that?
Well, considering if we were to take the perspective that perhaps this child was indeed not a child and was perhaps a skinwalker or other type of monster that steals the flesh, we do have... It would appear that somebody sacrificing to kill the skinwalker, even if it was perceived as a heinous act, would in fact be quite heroic, would it not? By tarnishing their own reputation in order to save the rest of not just the town, but perhaps the state itself.
Well, that's a big if.
It is a big if, but we don't have evidence concluding either way. We still haven't had their definition of why they were, quote-unquote, different. What is that criteria that was
I've been trying
matched?
to ask. What causes them to think that someone else is different?
Precisely. And that's... I don't think that we should be so quick to condemn them and say that this was, in fact, just a child. We should hear what evidence there is.
At this point, Jacob...
Yeah.
pulls out a knife and runs at the sheriff and says, You are the reason my parents are gone. And tries to...
Okay, so Aaron is going to try to rush up and like...
Back to combat.
And like with his good arm, his left arm, try to like push Jacob out of the way, basically.
Are we staying in the initiative then?
Yeah.
Is that what we're doing?
What do you want to do?
I think we kind of... Well, we'll say it... I guess it's kind of a how do people react. If you're... I mean, like, if you're still gonna try and... Because the other two are both standing there. Still.
Kill Jacob, arrest the rest.
So, I guess it's kind of a point of, like... Jacob seems... almost
unhinged.
Like there's kind of a gleam. Yeah, he seems slightly unhinged, convinced his parents are dead, essentially, blames the sheriff, and is going for her. But the other two still seem to be kind of taking more of a wait and see approach.
So again, I don't know if you want like to allow Aaron to like come up and like try to shove him away.
Yeah, I'm willing to give everyone an action for this one.
Okay. So Aaron has seen that, you know, like shooting is not solving things, but of course he wants to make sure the sheriff is okay. So he's going to try to come up and shove him, which would be what?
Probably strength.
Strength. Is that what you want to do?
That's what I would pick.
Okay. I was asking, Rebecca, if that was good. Okay.
Or fighting, maybe.
4.
Either one.
Oh, is there a fighting one?
Yeah, it would probably be fighting if you're trying to push.
Fighting's under nimbleness.
Yeah, that's not as great, but what do you want to do?
Go for strength because you're kind of trying to hold him back.
Okay.
Right, because he's trying to get at the sheriff and you're kind of trying to like...
Yeah, like keep him
do the whole like...
No.
Them trying to run in and you holding them off. You know, like...
Okay.
Like you do with like your younger siblings when they're trying to headbutt you.
So the best I got was an 8.
Okay, 8 was a 5.
The target number was a 5?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So again, like with his good arm, he's holding back Jacob. With that's his left arm. With his right arm, he's holding his rifle, like kind of like behind him.
Okay, everyone else also gets one free action, so it's not going to count towards your cards.
I'm still kind of thinking. So I shot a message to you, Rebecca, because I'm kind of curious about something. Also, so if I understand completely, like there's a man running towards sheriff with a knife, and then there's a woman with a knife also who is kind of the ringleader, and then there's another man.
Yeah, the dude that you took the gun from. And
So the guy who had the shotgun that shot the girl.
Yeah.
So that is okay. Spencer, do you have anything you want to do before? I'm still kind of...
Drewseph would probably, like, seeing what was going on, would back up. That would be his action. I can't imagine Drewseph doing much else. Backing up would be getting closer to the exit entrance that he made, so in case it does go sideways again, he'd just dip. Because he's done his part. He's tried it, but it's not working.
Okay.
Sorry for the lame action, but...
No, I'm just kind of curious. So Aaron's grabbing him, and he's restraining him pretty well. The other two aren't really doing anything. I'm gonna just I'm probably just gonna help Aaron. Or I guess what I'll do is I'm gonna watch the other two. If they try to take any kind of aggressive action towards the sheriff or any of us, I'll probably attack also myself with my 6-shooter. But that's kind of what I'm gonna do.
Wasn't your 6-shooter jammed from the last episode?
Oh, then I'll just unjam it while I wait.
You see somebody come at him with a knife, so you just better clean this.
Well, let me unjam this guy.
The sheriff at that point is gonna kind of reach over and conk him out with her gun, like the butt of her gun.
Okay. So it looks like we're just going to take him in. I'm going to say, now you two, you can either come quietly or we're going to end this right here, right now.
We'll come quietly.
Could we get an explanation? Why are they monsters? We just know they were acting differently.
They don't really seem to have, like, a good explanation for how they're acting differently, just like something fell off. So they've really only got, like, a flimsy excuse for what it was. I'm gonna go ahead and, for who has the more persuasive argument, I'm just gonna roll persuasion versus persuasion.
Who's being in that?
Basically, the sheriff kind of saying, like, no, something is wrong with you people. You're the weird, crazy ones.
Could I do...
Versus them trying to say that they don't...
Could I do scrutinize? As somebody who tells a lot of bullcrap, Drewseph is pretty well versed in how lies are weaved, or how people... He's pretty good at reading people. And I'm going to toss another blue chip on that because I got him. Okay, so that was a 12 on my scrutinize.
Both parties seem pretty convinced that what they're saying is true.
I figured that they would both be convinced of what they were saying. Yeah.
The sheriff seems a little more... The sheriff seems to have a little more backing her up and is able to give slightly clearer reasons and more, she does seem
the situation
more does,
She seems more sane to us.
Yeah.
And you did just watch this guy point blank shoot this, they seem a little weird.
Yeah, I feel like it's kind of like if you were to interview the Manson murderers, they're pretty convinced that what they did was right. But could I toss a spiritual check on that to see if I feel any sort of like weirdness? Because I felt when Doc came back, we felt that there was a change in him.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if it's like the same thing with the girl or with these people. So I'm going to...
The sheriff is also one accused by them of being strange as well. So it might also be good to think about, look at that.
But then the other thing is you don't even know who I am. We've worked for a week, so it's how do we know? I don't even know if I'd be
obviously weird. The fact that he's dead and now he's back, that's not normal.
That's kind of the gist of it, but that's kind of just weird in general.
But we also, I feel like we did mention in that episode that when you came back, there was a change. It was something that.
There's some other influence that's trying to fight for control of the body.
Yeah, and I didn't roll that well on it anyway. I rolled a 4, so it's not like I'll probably be able to feel any difference or anything like that. So
There is like this whole spiritual essence of like spirits trying to take over my body that I roll at the beginning. So
it's hard to tell. I mean, again, the sheriff seems a lot more mentally together. The other people seem like
Yeah.
a little cray.
Yeah. Fair enough.
We still haven't heard anything about any.
A little witch hunt-esque.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah, I was getting Crucible vibes.
Lord of the Flies. It's gonna get crazy in this town. I feel like.
I mean,
we still haven't heard anything about like any potential like agent. Like we were first sent here to try to figure out where the missing agent was and what happened. Like we've been trying to investigate like what's going on in this town. We still haven't gotten any clues or any scrap about this agent anywhere.
Yeah.
Meta, I'd assume that these people probably killed them in the game.
But then we haven't found
that
like
would
any
make sense if
evidence
the
of them.
that would make sense if the agents were seen as different.
Yeah. But, I mean, I agree that it does have a Crucible vibe. I just don't want to dismiss these people out of hand without hearing any sort of explanation to justify what...
Aaron has a thought. He said, actually, if y'all don't mind me asking, he's turning to the, for lack of a better term, I guess, witch hunters or villagers. Monster hunters, I guess. So, you've been trying to hunt down monsters in the village, right? This ain't the first, and he he's saying this in air quotes, like trying to appease them. This ain't the first monster you've destroyed, right?
This is the first one we've been able to get our hands on.
Oh. Alright, I was kind of was wondering if you had seen some kind of so people from the agency, they would have like suits and stuff.
Outsiders in town.
So yeah, like Aaron would be asking about that. I said,
They're with the others.
The others? What do you mean?
They're with the others.
Would you mind explaining that, please?
What are the others?
The rest of us. They're with the rest of us.
And where are they? In the house?
No.
All right.
What, do you think we're stupid?
I don't know. I'm just asking. I don't know anything about your ideals and everything. If you don't mind me asking, where are the others? We've been sent to find somebody. And...
We're not telling you. What, lead them right to us?
They sound sketchy.
But it sounds like the agents were on their side.
If they are agents, she doesn't even know if it's the people that we're looking for.
All right. I assume that you kind of concluded your questioning.
Yeah, that kind of all I got right now.
Okay, I'm gonna go up to the guy actually. And I'm gonna say, I assume we're kind of like cleaning up at this point, getting ready to go back to town. I'm gonna go up to him and say, "Look, I did perceive something off when she returned to town. I didn't want to bring it up in front of the others because I have a keen sense for this. I have a certain ability to just detect when it's not quite right. And I hear what you're saying. And I'm not sure that I'd like to join you in your pursuit."
I mean, that's...
How do I know I can trust you?
No, that's a very fair point. What do you need as proof? I assume money is of no value to you because, of course, it isn't, and that wouldn't be a sufficient gesture. I could tell you something about one of my companions. Do you see the one that used the magic card over there?
Yes.
He was dead 2 days ago.
That doesn't always mean that they're...
It is
strange,
one
of the people back there, one of our people was dead. He came back. He's still fine-ish.
Kind of stinks a little bit, but
strange, is it not? This is not general information for the entire town to know, have you? This is a secret that we have kept under wraps as a group of companions. And
what do you want?
what do I want?
Yeah, what do you want?
To participate in the pursuit of weeding out these rats.
Ratting out these weeds.
Ratting out these weeds and weeding out these rats, exactly.
Okay, well... Great.
That's it.
I'm not telling you where they are. What, you think I'm some kind of stupid?
I never said that you were stupid. I just
You're
said that I would like to...
You're about Aaron level intelligence.
I just said that I wanted to join the pursuit of finding out who these off people are. And I don't know the way that I'm able to demonstrate my fealty to the cause. I did stop them from killing you. There was that. I don't know if you remember that, but they did disarm you and were ready to shoot before I stepped in.
And your help, your help is great. Your help is appreciated. So thanks.
Aaron would like to do a search check to see if you can find like tracks of people that would lead to some other location from here. Because if they went out to this barn, chances are they might also go from here to wherever the others are. So, search. Can I do that?
Yeah.
It's 5d8.
Ooh, look at you.
Because I got 5 in search. Although I normally have a 3d8 in cognition, but it's 5d8, right? Because you have 5 in search and a d8 for the cognition. Mm-hmm. I got 2 aces.
Yeah, it heads out into the wilderness.
So, 16's...
Yeah, you
okay.
find tracks leading out into the wilderness. Not super well worn, but like you can definitely see tracks heading out.
Into the wilderness.
Aaron is going to... How much is the sheriff able to handle like these arrests?
There's 3 of them. Right now it's 3 to 4. She would appreciate help getting them back.
And if we're really thinking about it, it's actually 4 to 3. I mean, I am now a double agent.
You don't really count because, you're Drewseph, so.
I have joined the others, if you will.
Well, they don't know that. Or do they?
And
Nobody knows that.
They haven't really accepted you either, so you're kind of just an independent.
You're sort of this,
I do
You're kind of your own party.
Independent party.
I do tip the scales. I go both ways.
I'm going to help the sheriff put them in prison because at least like they'll be in prison and we can question them and then we can hold them there for a week. And if nothing happens within a week, then that kind of supports their arguments a little bit more.
Well, wouldn't that support the argument that it was the chupacabra?
Sorry,
yeah,
yes.
I think that's what Tyler was trying to get at.
Yes, basically. I didn't
Just
explain
making sure we're supporting the right argument here.
I'm gonna be a bit rash here.
Oh, well, that's original for Ern. He has never been somebody to just rush in.
What are you gonna do?
He's gonna follow the tracks without make sure he's not being spotted.
Oh, interesting. I'm sure we'll all notice you leaving and be like, what the fetch?
You just hear him clanking away with all his panning
with
for
his
gold.
pan armor.
Roll exactly.
I don't know. Something sneaky?
There is a sneak.
Some sneaky...
Roll sneaky.
Roll a
Sneaky.
sneaker check.
A stinky
Oh
sneak.
yeah, sneak. There it is.
So sneaking.
I have a 1d8 in that.
Okay, go for it.
Use a chip if you're convinced that you need to.
Yeah, you got chips.
Actually, yeah, I do. Let me see what I can... So I rolled a 3, but I'm going to see if I can use a chip to improve that. Where are all the... Okay. And then fate chips are down here. Yeah, let myself exactly... Let's see. It gives me 1 extra die. And then, so that's white, and red lets me roll a bonus die and add it to the highest one. I'm going to, you know what? Because of my bad luck, because I really want this to succeed, I'm going to use all 6 of my white chips. I still have 4 red chips.
Wow.
But the last time I used, like, just a couple extra chips, it didn't work out too well for me.
You were just stingy.
It didn't work out.
So, and like I said, I still have 4 red chips. And so, there we go. So I got the 3 from that one D8. I'm going to get 6 more D8. The highest I got out of all of them was a 7.
7 is your final answer?
7
I
isn't
don't
bad.
think
I mean,
Deal or
It's not
no
bad. No, and also, like, I don't think I have any modifiers for it either.
oh, don't you also have the -2 because you have the heavy?
I have wounds, yeah, so it's actually 5.
Not quite.
So what happens as he's attempting to sneak off?
And we all notice you leaving.
Who sees him?
You're a small group. I made it relatively hard because I figured there's so few of you. You're probably gonna notice.
Wait, there's all 7 of us right here. I know it.
And you just see Aaron just like shifting like a little slightly over, you know.
Well, considering three of them are handcuffed and one of the 3 is unconscious, and then it's literally just the rest of you. Like, I figured they probably. Tristan, like, where are you going?
Out.
Nature calls.
Roll
Persuasion.
Yep.
Actually, hold on. I'd like to make an argument for something else. Apart from the sort of greedy thing a little bit, I never really have gotten to use any of my other traits. I have something called the Stare, which gives me +2 to overawe if they can see my stare less than 30 feet.
Sure.
Not that I have very much an overawe, I have a 1d4, but I get to add 2 to it, which cancels out
Can he do it?
No.
I got a 1.
Nope. He cannot.
Like, he tries to do like this stare, but it becomes like this weird, silly, lazy eye kind of deal.
He may
And she's still
actually,
just looking at you
nature
like-
may actually be calling. That's his potty face.
You might want to see the doctor when we get back in town. You don't look great.
Aaron makes a mental note of the trail that he found, but he feels he has no choice but to join the rest of the group.
Okay. So, y'all head back into town?
Yeah.
Yeah, I assume
Yeah.
they're going to the jailhouse.
We escort
We're gonna load him into
the
jail.
we escort the villagers into the jailhouse. They get put in there. Yeah.
Okay, they're in jail. It's probably pretty late by now.
We
Well,
can go back to the meads.
Sheriff, I would like to assist in the watch person duties, if that is available. Staying perhaps with you, a deputy Cole, to watch these prisoners and make sure that they do not escape.
Oh, and you all also brought back Carol's body.
right, yeah.
Oh, her family already disappeared, so. I mean, what's one more dead body that way, right?
Well, at least they're kind of together in the afterlife, right?
Yeah, they
I'm
completed the
assuming they're
box set.
dead. Oh my gosh.
Oh my god.
The
What
pine
else?
box.
The coffins, yes, the box set. Come on, that is fair statement.
None of us are saying you're wrong, but also
It's like very
But you're wrong on
I
so
think
many
you can,
levels.
I think you can understand the facepalm, the collective facepalm here, right?
No, I
I did
do
think it
not.
was funny,
I see
though.
this as that is a high quality. That is a high quality wordplay right there. That was clever.
That was.
Yeah, no,
I
no.
agree. Very clever. Very dark.
That was great. Of course, you're talking to the person who has, yeah. I mean, you're talking
No
to
one came
me.
up with all that, yeah. So anyway, Aaron kind of wants to just rest. he figures there ain't much left to do for the day, and assuming nothing happens the next day, then there's two avenues. There's continuing to question the villagers and following that trail.
Okay. So y'all tuck in for a few hours of sleep.
No, I'm staying at the jailhouse. I want to see.
Oh, okay.
I have my own plans.
Yeah.
Depending on who is staying at the jailhouse as well.
I don't see a need for. I mean, only the sheriff and the deputy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I was thinking that Aaron would just rest.
Yeah, so I'd probably just rest.
So it's me, the prisoners, and Deputy Cole, or me, the prisoners, and Sheriff Blake? Or
You, the prisoners, and Deputy Cole's in the front office, while Sheriff Beck goes back to her bunk and conks out for the night.
Okay, so it's really just you and the prisoners and Deputy Cole.
So Sheriff Beck is there, just
she's
not
asleep.
awake.
What are you're enabling him?
She is. She knows exactly what I want to do. She wouldn't play earlier, but now she's actually playing, and I enjoy this a lot more now.
It's all about timing.
Yeah.
I want to wait until Sheriff Beck is asleep. I'm gonna wait for that until I make my move.
She's out pretty.
What's Drewseth's internal dialogue of his mind? What is he planning?
And how is Aaron? And how is his mental conjuration of Aaron arguing with him? I'm kidding.
I mean, the thing that I'm gonna do is I'm gonna wait. Drewseph in his mind is thinking, there's only one way to solve a mystery, and sometimes that requires getting the hands a little bit dirty, and who cares about that bullshit? Anyway, I'm going to do what I'm going to do. And after Sheriff Beck is asleep, I assume that Deputy Cole is just in the front, and there's enough space in between the two, that what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a lock, pick, and check, and open the door, so that way we can dip out and run back to the others. I don't know if you want me to do a lock, pick, and check now, or if you want me to do it in the next game.
Let's do it in the next game.
Next game!
All right, exciting.
Ooh.
How's everyone feeling?
It's a good old prison bust.
And we're splitting the party again, but in more ways than one, more dimensions than one.
Are you tired of shitting alone? Those long drives to work got you mad? What about work itself? Well, we know what you need. Come on down to the Necropodicon Network, where you will never shit alone again.
That's right. There's shows for films, there's shows for improv, and there's shows for Dungeons and Dragons. Ooh, satanic.
Ooh, it's the 80s.
So go to www.necropodicon.com and click on the link to the Discord to come and talk with us. Ooh, spooky. Okay, guys, this is just Dan and Jared. Please come check it out. I'm sorry. I apologize. Thank you.
Necropodicon. Hard to pronounce, easy to listen.
I'm having a marvelous day.
Dun, da, 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 da.